Rising, Goddess Intuition here. I hope you all are well. Welcome back to my channel, Goddess Intuition. So I wanted to come on here and just share a couple of messages with you guys. I normally just pull a couple of cards in the morning to check the energies, but today, by it being the next day after the full moon in Pisces, the energies are very, very telling, okay? And it's so much that is going on, as we all know, as a collective. And I'm thinking this morning, like, okay, I'm just going to pull a couple of cards, have my tea and just get the energies for today. But honey, when I tell you that these cards came out the way that you see them right here, it's very, very intense. And the reason why I say that is because it's dealing with emotions, illusions, feeling like a failure, feeling like overall just very intense, right? And of course, as I interpret the cards, I always like to lead with my own intuition. And I like to also make sure that I am also cleansed before I do my cards. I make sure I cleanse my cards. And so it's very ironic for me that the cards come out in reverse, and how I interpret the cards come out in reverse is that, sometimes I understand like the reverse and like the reversal of the energy and how it can be even mutable energy and just thoughts being all over the place. However, this in particular reading is different, and it's not to cause any fear mongering or anything like that, but I picked up on this masculine energy right here, the King of Pentacles, and how if you see the rest of the cards are in reverse, right? And so this speaks to the masculine energy. And as you can see at the end here, we have Judgment, and how this really, really just came to me as a message. I had to like literally write the messages down. Okay. So I'm going to read what I have written here. And it says, the masculine energies are speaking of distorted energies. Okay. And I also have on here emotional manipulation, divine feminine popped up, right? And what I picked up on the divine feminine part of it is that divine feminines are walking away from toxic masculinity, even within themselves. So as we all know, as individuals, as human beings, we have both masculine and feminine energies within us, right? And so that can speak to dealing with the feminine energy. You may identify as a feminine energy, but that can speak to also the masculine energy within you, releasing, clearing up things. And with this full moon in Pisces during Virgo season, and also, the 28th of September, we have Saturn going direct. Things are being cleared when I tell you, relationships, different structure that is not helpful anymore to anyone. Just a lot of different things, right? That is really coming up. Illusions, thinking that we had it all figured out, and things are popping up from our past and emotions. And so it's a lot, right? And so I also have on here that the shift of Saturn, and how before the shift come, we have to actually do some clearing. We have to really do the internal work and even get started with doing the internal work. And how I interpret that through the messages and through the cards is that before this Saturn goes direct, before the father figure, before the disciplinarian goes direct, we are given an opportunity to really look at the things that we need to take care of, even in this Virgo season. Details, what is really causing us to feel like we are being held back? Is it self-sabotaging? Is it addiction? Is it dealing with just our overall emotions, right? And so another thing that came up for me is integrity, judgment, right? Integrity. We can say that even for masculine and feminine both, we can present ourselves in a way, but internally, who are we internally? Do we have integrity? Do we have values? Do we have principles? And so this Pisces moon is really, really speaking to that, right? And it's so like ironic because we are in the season of Virgos, right? And we are also dealing with the Pisces energy for the next 2 or 3 days. And so whatever you're feeling now can be very emotional, can be very intense, and you may be feeling that for a while, right? Because some things have to be cleared up before we can even meet what the universe has for us, which is the Ace of Pentacles, that offer of really being really in tune with ourselves and really connected. And so what I picked up on from the Seven of Cups in reverse is that there's no more creating illusions. The truth is always present. And when that energy decides to come out, it's going to come up, right? The 10 of Cups in reverse, right? Just really speaks to thinking that, okay, I have everything figured out, even though I may have been leading with this, I have integrity. That might not have really been the case internally. So when we manipulate ourselves, we also manipulate others in the process, right? And so just also identity issues came up, right? So it's a lot, and I really felt compelled to share this message. Again, this is not to fearmonger. This is not to, cause any scare tactics or anything, but I really, really felt compelled to share this message. And normally I work with the moon cycles. And so anytime, there's a full moon or there's a new moon, I really, really connect with the energies, right? And so I really felt the need to share this. Hopefully this can help someone out there. And yeah, we're just being called to look at ourselves and look at our own internal masculine energies, feminine energies, and see, do we have stuff to really work on? Are we making the right choices? Are we moving towards the right directions? Are we looking at the bigger picture of things, right? Because it really makes a difference. Who we are individually affects all of us as a collective. We are all connected. We're all, everything affects the collective, whether we are talking about social media, individually, relationships, everything, right? We may not believe that, but a certain ideology doesn't just come about. It takes other people. It takes, as a collective for that to even, I want to say, have some kind of weight to it, right? So, it's a lot, you guys. So I just hope that this reading really, really resonates with you. You can take a look at the cards because this is where it started from the beginning to the end, right? And I know I didn't touch base with the other cards, but this is basically saying, if you just look at the cards, how the reversal cards came about, right? That really stuck out to me because it's like we all as a collective want happiness, want a sense of structure, right? But what are we doing to get there? And that's what really stuck out to me. Are we living from the internal on out, or are we creating an illusion with ourselves and others to make people believe that we are, right, just to gain something or just to be presented in a certain way? Not to say that the energies can't be cleared and we can't get down to the root, because we can as a collective, of course. However, we have to really understand what that means internally for us. And also, I like to say that September is the month of self-care. So I will be sharing a few different things on my channel. So watch out for that. And yeah. So again, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thanks. Bye.